If a doctor can put food on the table, that whatever means, the lawyer, politician, the policeman, theater artist must also.
When me being they grow up, there was this conversation about, anything in performing arts is a hobby. It is not necessarily something you do to earn money, not to something way sustainable. It's not a sustainable source of living or livelihood.
Like this man you're about to witness today is Ali Afino, the traveler. Como Freetong, a Bosna Berry Junction, from Berry Junction, I fed myself along. From his island, now twisted turn.
Whilst creating that radio drama, waiting have been the goal and waiting you think say be make it resonate with so many people at that time day.
Everything starting at school.
Yeah.
Everything missing salon, even theater or the theater. I'm not doing at school, my sister. How will know better? How will know definition? How will know what it mean? How will know it for? The picking, I want to be a doctor. Why? Because I know I'm a doctor. Because you know you think will benefit to be a doctor. But the theater artist, hey, problem. I'm picking to myself and be theater. See, lot of mercy. When my be police, say.
Welcome to Honestly Speaking, the podcast where we have honest conversations about the issues shaping our lives. I'm your host, Antonia Howard, and today we're talking about theatre and performing arts. Now, in a country where archives are thin and memory is often oral, theatre has truths that policy never documented. So today we ask a simple but profound question. Why does theatre matter in a nation's story? What has it protected? What has it revealed? And what does it tell us about who we are and who we're becoming? Today's guest has won many hearts in Sierra Leone's civic and creative life. He's the founder of Freetong Players, the theatre group that became a cultural institution. He is the creator of the beloved radio drama Atunda Ayenda, which has shaped generations of listeners. He's also the former commissioner of the Monuments and Relics Commission, responsible for preserving Sierra Leone's historical sites and heritage. He's a playwright, a director, an actor, a teacher, and many, many other things that I can't name. And by now, I'm sure you already know who I'm talking about. He's no other person than the one and only Charlie Haffner. Welcome to Honestly Speaking.
Yeah, thank you for choosing me. Hey, me people, them. If not all you have in home.
Aliafino. Welcome once again.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very interesting conversation. I am 100% sure because you get boku for say, you get boku where you don't dey think about, and you've been doing this for all your life. You've been doing this for such a long time. So I think a good place to start would be Ustem, when did you realize that you were doing more than just a play on stage? That theater has a bigger or broader meaning when it comes to maybe civic responsibility, when it comes to education? When did that realization dawn on you?
Yeah, good. Never been asked this question before in this way that you have
Mm,
put it, It's like, yes, I've been doing theater maybe since primary and so on. What time in that span that I
mhm,
realized that the importance, the nature, the meaning, character of theater must be shifted. That was Tabuli Theater specifically.
mm,
I joined Tabuli Theater when I was in third form, and Boys High School. Dilly Charlie, the founder and leader, was my teacher. And we became very, very close because he was, first of all, the PE teacher in terms of training. And because I was a star athlete in school, a footballer and national athlete and whatever, we became close. And in that way, he took me to Freetown Youth Players, which was a former name, previous name of Tabuli Theater. That's how I became interested. We were very, very close, me and that guy, because nearly the same birthday, 26th and 27th March, respectively. and we are both called Charlie, whatever. You look like I think some kinds of ways. So that's how. So being in Tabuli Theatre, I was there for 15 years, by the way. So by the time I was like 10, 11, 12 years in Tabuli Theatre, I began to realize, the answers of the questions you are posing now. What should theatre be? Should it be like locked up in this, just like functioning like rituals and comedy? People come to relax and drink soft drink and laugh. No, that was when I started thinking that, like in other countries, theater must serve. You know, theater must um, be more than amateur. I thought that it was time for us to consider taking theater from the level of amateur to professional. I got that thought there and I discussed it with my bosses. Yeah. Why can't all of us in Taboo, that many of us are graduated and we are teaching somewhere in the country, why not leave all these teaching things and concentrate full time theater,
Mm.
Tabule theater? Well, positive, you know, acceptance, yes, 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 endorsement, but it never happened. But I kept it and I thought that it was time to reform the theater. It was time to reposition theater. The importance, we must be full time like other professions. If a doctor can put food on the table, by whatever means, the lawyer, politician, the policeman, theater artist must also.
What was the reception at that time? Because when me being they grow up, there was this conversation about, anything in performing arts is a hobby. It is not necessarily something you do to earn money, not to something way sustainable. It's not a sustainable source of living or livelihood. So, where you been they grow up, what was the conversation? Was it widely accepted? Was it encouraged? Where you they talk now, but making it a stable job, putting your all into it. Was it widely accepted? Was it encouraged in your family?
I had a very liberal family. My mother, my father, who died very, very young himself, and I was also young when he died. Normally, my mother, we are all very receptive of whatever any one of us want to pursue. Yes, but like you say, the fact that I wanted to shift, meaning that where we were was not comfortable. The idea of what you are saying, mature simply means hobby.
Mm.
That's another word we can use for amateur. So it all be all the time. And in Tabuli Theatre, sincerely, we are the best, at that time. We are full of elite bookman them in Tabuli Theatre. We were strong, we were tough. The Charlie was tough, the Susan George was tough, and those guys, they no book.
Mhm.
On the Susan George, Papari, and not look and so. Now, the end, we look up to, in Tabuli Theatre, you see. But that was what it was. It was like a club, Tabuli. Well, it's not for them, the family, the encouragement, the protection, they really protected us, would not have been where we
Mm.
are. And I also want to mention Mr. Lashite Sierra Leone Grammar School. Lashite was the man, Mr. Lashite I used to call um, Freetong Players Lashite's people because
Mm.
Freetong Players was from when I was teaching at the grammar school, in the grammar school compound, on the grammar school staff quarter, which I was sharing with Lashite. I was upstairs and he was down. You can imagine the noise we created, rehearsing, beating drums and whatever over the head of Lashite. And he didn't say anything. Yeah, I think he was like that jolly good man that one day. And then he even gave me scholarship. Well, it's study leave with payers to pursue
Mm.
performing arts, African studies, and so on. I came back to the school. You see, so I got those kind of
Encouraging, yeah.
encouragement, and I decided to move forward. So when I left Tabule, I thought the time has come for me to do that thing. We shift, reposition theater, make it important. Move it now that you have the chance, you have your group. Move it now to professional level. Change the function instead of simply like amateurish kind of issues and comedy and shrine and devil. Make it, utilize it as a tool to inform, pass information, a tool to communicate, to educate. Educate is very, very important. See, those words are related, information, communication, but education is it. And after the war, this sensitization became popular, popular use around the country. But yet, theater should also be a game changer to change behavior from what we consider not good to good. Some people, one man's meat could be another man's poison. So we have to determine what is good. So we change theater from, this level, the change behavior to mobilize. We must use theater to
Is that
mobilize
how
youth.
Freetong Players was born?
That
Or
was
was that
the
much
reason.
later?
The
Okay.
reason what I'm saying to you now about, or what I'm outlining to you, basically the aims, the foundation on which Freetong Players was born, aims and objectives, what I'm outlining to you. One, to change the status of theater. Two, to utilize it, these ways. Three, to use theater to take Sierra Leone to the world map, to exchange programs. And mind you, we have done all of this. We've been around, taking Sierra Leone around a bit. Let me stop there, maybe.
Mm.
Maybe.
No, so from what you don't talk, how you don't explain that, it seems like you had an epiphany that
What is
this
that?
talent,
Funny, thing like Epiphany.
where like where you go say you catch like the reason
Yeah,
where you get this talent,
yeah,
like you eye open.
yeah, okay.
Yes. You eye open, say this talent where you get,
Mm.
you can use it for so many things, including the
Yeah, okay.
information, communication, and
Yes, ma'am.
education where you don't talk about.
Yeah. You see arts in general, it's a sector, it's a function of culture and tradition. Any people's culture have segments, have, you know, like for us, when we talk about culture, like I remember when I was teaching the grammar school, and all schools I thought there was that's called sixth form then, not Beckett time now.
Mm.
We had GC, A level, O level, and A level. And A level, there was this subject called general paper, good. And I used to be teaching culture and so on. And each first day of that class, lower six, because I took them from lower six to upper six, each day, my first question to them, first question, and they've never answered me, is to outline or whatever the difference between culture, tradition, custom, convention. Nobody answered me. Well, that's what it is. In the first place, we don't understand in the country what theater means, the definition, if you like, the meaning, if you like, the scope, what it's all about. We don't even understand. We experience it, we do it, we tell stories, it's theater. We sing, whether it's in church or secular, it's all theater. Because for us in Africa, theater is performance, theater is music, dance, it's drama, it's storytelling, it's magic, it's gymnastics. As long as it's performing art. Anything that we perform, we imitate our in our performance. It's theater. And it's so wide. So each time you say theater to me, I think storytelling. And that's what we'll be doing. You say theater to me, I answer you in the form of a parable. I answer you in the form of music. Like this child, oh, hey, me people, I've answered. I've told them things. I've told them a story that this man you're about to witness to this, Tali Afino, the traveler, como Freetong, a Bosna Berry Junction, from Berry Junction, I found myself na London. From inside London, I twist and turn na Europe. By the time they make up, a Bosna Venezuela. From Venezuela, I jump go Puerto Rico. From Puerto Rico, I slam inside America. Ascata Canada, Acher America, from Puerto Rico, Slammy Sayame, Talia Fino. That's it.
Into waka waka.
Thank you. If I know waka, now waiting I go see. If I know waka, now waiting I go know. How I di waka, na so I di care go. How I di care go, na so I di bring am. That's the experience. It's all our life is just theater. But again, as I say, culture, we have people like culture for me is our thinking.
Mm.
I hear this word mindset. We for change we mindset. So for thing we thinking. We are thinking. That's all. If we think properly, we think rightly, then we are there. Half the job is done. But if the thinking not correct, if you cultural thought, usa you tie cow, now they eat grass, so we don't know. We finish. Because that's what they believe in. This country, God will give you good leader one day. Now they will do. No, we search. We are moving forward. What type of leader would we want in the next 10 years? Are we going in search of him or her? And the leader that's all country they do. People study to be leaders of their country for 16, 30 years. They are not many. Check and check Obama, Gaddafi, and all that. Then plan. But they want to be leader. And as time goes in the process of their planning, they fear the people. People know that this man, let's watch him. That's what they do. Let's watch him for his shortcomings. Let's watch him because they vote tomorrow. People who vote America, they ask you, oh, we already say you smoke jamba, we be the college. It happened. It's very important because part of the character to be a leader, they know one kind people that they tomorrow, they can take an accident. So the people prepare for leadership and the nation behind them prepare with them. We want to know, do we want to be a football nation in the next 10 years? Well, let's put PE sports as a core in school. Let's build stadium in each district and town and whatever. Let's train teachers to teach. Want to be a nation of agriculture? Yes. There's those kind of things. Everything starting at school.
Yeah.
What's missing salon, even theater, they have theater. We're not doing at school, my sister. So I will know better. I will know definition. I will know what it mean. I will know what it for. The picking, I want to be a doctor. Why? Because I know what a doctor. Because you know you think will benefit to be a doctor. But it's theater artist, problem. I'm picking to myself and be theater artist. A lot of mercy. When my will be police, say, no. They don't teach you that for be policeman. With pride for be a policeman. The policeman, the only they break into us in the morning. And the only thing now one see another pass. Now goes next you pass. Important to for save life and property. It's not a patapti with the local. So a lot of them things that we make a nation, we don't emphasize in a school. I often say that's why we go left by arts and sports. It's not in the school. We not go to World Cup. We not go. If we go World Cup on our country, for the academy, if we go train to kick the ball, nobody discipline. The discipline. You see,
we will talk about the infrastructure we can to theater development or even in performing arts generally. We will talk about that. But when you mention Tali Afino, where you talk about Atunda Ayenda, I wonder within whilst creating that radio drama, waiting have been the goal and waiting you think say be make it resonate with so many people at that time day. Because this was after the war.
2000. We started in 2000. Very prepared in 1999, 2000. So two parts of a question. The reason for Atunda Ayenda and why it resonated with people. The reason was specific. It was an idea of, how they call it, search for common ground. Search for common ground, I think they still existing, a peace and conflict resolution organization based in the United States, Washington, D.C. for that matter. And their work was to bring peace to warring factions anywhere in the world. If they were in Iraq crisis, they would go there and find means of bringing, peace to the warring parties. If it's a country of wrestlers, if wrestling is top in their traditional makeup, they'll use wrestling. They might use music, television. And so when the war broke out, first of all in Liberia, before it spilled over to Sierra Leone, they decided to come here with radio, because radio was the widest means to get to people. Radio, but not only radio, but specifically program. And then consensus came because this white guy, then guy with the guy white, they go around the country, they ask questions and say drama. Yes, drama, we like act, we like concert. That's how it started. And they took drama. Then we needed radio drama. Not only a radio drama, but a specific kind of drama, which is a soap opera. Endless. It doesn't end. Atunda Ayenda should be about 3,000-4,000 episodes now. And it will never end. Because the story I left there was to last for 30 years before I left Talking Drum. 30 years. Now there are 25 years, 5 years to go. So it was all, like I said, it was intentional. But the purpose of choosing that was to appeal to combatants. You see, Atunda Ayenda is about the war. Appeal to combatants to drop their weapon, to disarm, then to demobilize them, take them to camps. We took them to camps, re-educate them again, changing their mindset again to be able to, for them to come back to integrate into society. So Atuna Ayenda was, the objective was mainly disarmament, demobilization, and reintegration. And during the war, around the end of the war, that DDR thing was common and popular. So inside Sierra Leone, apart from talking drum, it was DDR led by Dr. Kai Kai today, ministers today. He actually paid for Atunda Ayenda as the director of DDR in those days. So DDR owned Atunda Ayenda, in a way, and DDR owned Atunda Ayenda was like the boy, the child of DDR. That's how it was. So I did research all over the country. The next question was, why did that use, in other words, a
Why
story?
it resonates with
Course, thank you.
so many people?
Because I use a traditional form of communication. That is what Freetong Player does. We do traditional form of communication. How did the ordinary, mind you, we are 70%, I don't want to say 80, we are 70% illiterate, and we are mainly rural and traditional in nature. So what you have to go tell me to Shakespeare, oh, the ball come here at the wall for this and no, 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 no. I speak to the people in their language, in the language they understand. So that's how got on to storytelling. That's how heal out. That's how we begin our story. There's a call. We call to order. One for start. Heal out. Heal out. One day, yeah, one king been there. Then one fine girl picky we don't do for married. We introduce. And that's what Atunda Ayenda does. And then we get into the midst of the story, the body of the story, and we tell the story. And then we conclude in the end. Don't forget to story cam, he left pan, bobo afino. You see, so I chose that pattern of storytelling. Not only choosing the pattern, but really doing the systems of storytelling. Number one, the story was told by a family of Afinos. Tali Afino was the eldest man in that storytelling family. I would mention Yeliba next time, maybe as we progress, because I see Yeliba storytellers, traditional storytellers. So that was how Atunda Ayenda was built. So the Afino family told the story of the war, of everything that is happening today, get them to disarm. Afino family was headed by Tali Afino, who is the eldest in this story. Tali Afino is, how do you talk about English? You know that invisible,
Invincible.
invincible, good. Invincible. Fire not the born. Not tell you do. You to go and our child they come out. Now that's not it. You know they die. Because if he die, I will continue the story. I will tell his story. So give that character, this script we say never die. Tali Afino. But Tali Afino again, even whether he die or not, he get for the go trek, come on Freetong, he boss now. So he's talking not for done. So if Tali Afino come on Freetong, go boss now, who are going to tell this story? So that's why I based the story around the family. So there is Tali Afino, there's Fishers Afino, the one who is telling the story now. Fishers Afino, Kingfisher. Titi Afino, that's the daughter of Tali Afino. Well, Fishers is the younger brother of Tali. Then Titi Afino is the daughter of Tali Afino. Mama Afino is the wife of Tali Afino. And Bobo Afino is the boy's son of Tali Afino. So that was the method we used. So that if I was to travel, and before leaving my story today, I would say, story goes to Rikam, Elefpan, Titi Afino.
I get question about salon story them. Number one, waiting na the unique thing. Waiting make salon story different from other story them. What's our unique? Like we get ill out. In fact, I want to ask you because now I don't hear it ill out. I don't hear it in out. So I don't know which one are the correct one. Then you just talk about how we the end story na salon. Story go, story come. You can say he left by you or he left to you. So I feel say we get some unique thing them we make where person begin pull story. You go know say this na salon person on a salon story they pull. Or sometimes it no matter. Story na story.
You get concept here. Concept. All story concept are the same. That's a call. And if England once upon a time, there was this and that.
Mhm,
Continue the story. The concept is the same, whether Sierra Leone or Nigeria. And besides, let me say Sierra Leone, there's a Creole.
mhm,
Creole, they say, Minigoti, they say, they are, Minigoti, they say, we
mhm,
all call and we all end and we all answer and we tell our story full of music and dance and life and parables, and then we end and then we transfer the story to the next person because storytelling is a collective experience. You need to not tell a story to you. I say, literally, that's why I don't Chris. They say that sometimes, but now that is it. Comedy, we bring all these things together and we tell issues of our time. Nigeria, they say, they get this story. If you did at BBC, I'm very
mhm,
fond of
mhm,
that program. So we all get up, check, we find out. And all man get ID call, but the concept is the same, is to bring as you see, it has many, many functions. Education functions, entertainment function. I see a lot of things you're talking about, identity function, you name it, criticism function, the truth function. It's all part of the story. Because a story or performing art is the lifeblood of a moving culture. Unless if a culture, if people not they move, then story not go there. And if story not there, that drama not there, that music not there, no dance not there. It's a stable situation.
mhm.
What's the country, no seller. No seller give me. I go to us. Okay. Well, that's what it is really, That's what it's all about. And we need to understand those things. And we need to grasp them
Mm,
deeply, appreciatively,
mm.
Then we go take them from there. I know whose level we did now. Whether it's
Now
deep,
that's I want to
whether
ask you, what level are we on now? Where you look back, how you started um with theater, um, with the likes of Daily Charlie, Raymond de Souza George, where you just mentioned, Tato Freetong Players, and we're now in 2025. Has the culture of theater grown, or um it don't reduce the interest, not just for audiences, for people we want watch, for people we want see, but for people who are actively participating, who are actively interested in becoming artists, in becoming directors, actors on stage.
okay, theater over the years. One thing is this theater will not do at school, will not know what it be, what it mean a problem. Even the arts don't know what it be, what it mean a problem. And because we don't understand what something be, we don't know what so we not really talk correct but we don't know something, you don't know you know. If I went to somewhere I want to give award and they say artist of the year goes to let me put myself first, Charlie Haffner. I go object. So Charlie Haffner cannot be artist of the year. The art genre of Charlie Haffner, who is an artist, a performing artist, is not the same as Emerson. It's not the same as Dr. Olo. It's not the same as okay, but you name it, Boy Nancy, Stalia. It's the same. We all are music makers, performers, and so on. But we different with what they do. So I go say Emerson Sabi pass Charlie Haffner. No. Or Charlie Haffner Sabi pass Doctor. No, 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 no. But the thing that I say, because we don't understand, that's for the performing arts. In performing arts, involve, I don't mention some things of performing arts involved. So it's very, very well. You cannot see this. Now, apart from the performing arm of art, that's the the student decoration, yeah, the fine artist, the static artist, meaning waiting and they do and produce, they move. Let them paint that picture there and you go tell you can did it. Whereas performers, we move. A difference in that. Freetong players take upon community theater. Because the government, through those theater you are referring to, City Hall Theater, they kicked us out of City Hall. And today, if you are going at 30 something million, they pay. Can you understand? Are they all same beginning? You understand? So how you go see theater on? Okay, in those days, it is in the 80s, called a Pulwiana 86, 87, about 80 theater groups between Godrich and Waterloo. 80. I know they all, I think all the record people, and I visited all of them. 80. City Hall, British Council, they were thriving. You just need to take your family any day and go there and enjoy yourself. It stopped. Why? Because government kick we out and not put us on side. Then that was proscenium theater. That was westernized type of theater. We you for sell ticket, you get for write scripts, you get for go rehearsal so many times, you get for do this gorgeous costuming and everything. Based on the white man that you they can put per we original for storytelling. Fine. So that's right because there was a city hall. There was a British Council auditorium. Mary Kingsley was a very good, in fact, to me, one of the best auditoria of this country. You know, but wait, what happened to them? After them, Puli. So Freetong Players formed 85. And then
Before you say them Puluna, waiting happen exactly.
with them Puli,
Mm-hmm.
well, the government, the mayor of city council, then just thought that city hall was not meant for theater. It was for their convention. It was a political
Mm.
convention. So we should not be there. And they're not sure whether the place was safe because we accommodated maybe 1,000 more every week in that place. So
Mm.
well, just pull with it because the question come back. They don't know it's not theater. For government, it's not important to take now. You don't understand? You don't understand, they go ask. People they don't understand. Like they ask me, so ask us. And we'll tell you if you want for Duam, then we'll get it right. So that's happened. Just kick her out. And they promised to get us and tell me from 1987 to now. So for day, where are all those guys? Is it theater don't die? And then kill her. But if we don't players, they took to the streets. If the mountain cannot come to Mohammed will go to the mountain. So people that get side for come meet theater, then we go meet them. That was the thing of Freetong Players. That's how we started. And we were to take theater to the homes of ordinary people, to the streets. We did perform na transport, na poda poda. We meet at church. We did perform everywhere. School not photo. We taught over 360 schools in this country. We were everywhere. We went into NGOs and we dealt with issues of national concern, from immunization and child survival to what I work with mommy on lepers control all over this country. On those things, using theater as the means to players pass information, to communicate, to sensitize, to raise awareness, to change behavior. So we not die. What's happening? And think we die now. We just go and then corner. So you go to theater. You go to that holy. If you say don't, not die.
Mm.
We put the poison inside. The smell. I know the go that poison did it. That's happened to theater. We go to sleep. Some people say to slumber. Fine. Say we don't die. Fine. We go vacation. Fine. But whether we go vacation or not, we are back. Whether we are in slumber, we don't wake up. We are dead, we are rise from the dead. People have been rising from dead before. So that's not the whole thing, my dear.
But I wonder, waiting na the relationship, or rather, what is it supposed to be between arts and governance or the government? Um, there was a time in Salon where artists, be it musicians, be it playwrights, where we they see or we they hear music about waiting they go on na the country, we they hear music about governance, we're hearing songs about corruption, politics, bad governance, you name it. Artists speaking truth to power,
Exactly.
challenging power, challenging people in authority to do better. As much as we can say journalists are watchdogs, but artists are also watchdogs, and they watch waiting they go right, waiting they go wrong. They talk about it, they sing about it, they speak about it, they create art from it. Do you think Sedande still they happen? Is it happening how it used to happen before? It happened the way where you think say for happen? Waiting are your opinion about?
It dey happen. You see, where I did now, so I want to speak more for me and Freetong Players. But I just get for talk about other people because what happened to other people it affect me. What happened to Freetong Players, it affects other people as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I can just like, yeah, what you try for talk is not true. It's good what it to make or whatever I call it. Yes, that's the goal of theater. We used to tell stories of the past, difficult stories for government at times. Government and politicians, not can be paddy at all. And some of us nearly fell into trouble. Our others did. But Madi was arrested for big begging. John Kagbo was arrested. The play was stopped at City or British Council for Yutong Wahala because it directed at government activities in those days. And so it be big begging. As Madi said he died, he took to go jail. Okay, call him culture, culture, we don't hear you now. But that's what it is all over the world. Africa especially, they're old. While other countries, the artists, they become big people. Um, President Reagan, a Hollywood actor of America, and this man was DJ. This man now with that reality show man like you, Donald Trump. The kids are all over the world. And I used to say now that the man of that country, Ukraine, a comedian take win election. But we, they be so. For why they try for make one artist go to parliament for talk for we're not able to have. You see, so then country mature,
Mm.
comedy, the queen, the weights, they get them cut people them, they get a how they call it, the jokers and clowns, tell them the truth like a joke. They tell them they listen, they take out. But yeah, we don't mature. We politics not mature to that level they.
What's in the reason for that? Because um like how you say making give diagnosis say the creative sector, people in the creative arts sign on the way now, maybe it used for happen before, but now sign on the way una all can meet very often for talk about how for push the creative sector go before, whether you're an actor, whether you're a playwright, whether you're a writer, whether you're a musician, all them different people them inside the creative sector. Waiting are your own diagnosis for why this problem here exists, why you've been unable to advocate for um, more attention to the creative arts, better resources, whether na artistic development, whether it's the infrastructure.
Everything is two-way, my dear. Everything is two-way. It takes two to tango.
Mm-hmm.
If I have to pass an information, there must be a recipient.
Mm-hmm.
If I have to criticize, as me somebody I'm criticizing, and await the response. Obviously, when that happen, the people, the policymakers of this country, um, the governors, people of this country, we for ignite, we for push people, and them, still never get pretty with the it. Tete now, that collaboration in all day it because as take from we first, we the artists, we still don't understand. I don't tell you that. We don't understand we work. We don't understand who than are we as society. We don't understand. And if you don't understand, one reason why we artists, people that around we, mama, who's got nonsense work that they like at you, like, you know. So that's how we they go with it. You're not to island, no. Not live alone, no. So if what you do with your mama, you understand, see what you do, your neighbor, think you're a Christmas, you know this. So you're not able to advocate, you're not able to come forward, can talk for theater. Or that you go talk. We know able we can partner because we still undereducate parenting the day. So if I dey talk to politician, we want to know, I'm politician, parliamentarian. He say, Mr. Haffner, we say agriculture, you say culture. Should I say more? Our community was hope. They for deal with the kind of people in the. But the talk here, you say agriculture, you say culture. Well, you also get the same word culture. We say agri come out with culture. You don't even understand what they talk. So that stick with that idea. We might try and try and try and try, but the other person, they try. Accept you. And then get the final say. Collaborator. Get collaborator. We share common aims and objectives. And we bear the same consequences. And we enjoy the same outcome and success. I for collaborate. you know, but you get partner again, you get sponsor. These corporate people, these with the business houses, are they, how far are they willing or are they engaged in sponsoring? And when they sponsor, the benefits because we push the market for them. We get people to know about them and so on. But no, so it's not how far would dedicate. I know the time for advocate. I don't talk so today now you're back. I know the time for advocate. I will never get tired. And so people, the young one and they now never get tired. So now the main thing of my idea, it takes two to tango.
Hmm.
So if I get this message letter, when they receive the letter, want this thing tomorrow, when the receiver, when the receiver, even now gone after 6 months. Hey, oh, say all the letter for me, no, not see that what you been saying. Hey, but what do we do? We continue. I tell my people, acting. If you're an actor, just act. If you're not a singer, sing. Not stop. Film. I can call them meetings. I did all them club, all them boys, all them girls. They're gonna beer, they're gonna beach, everything inside in there, they go there, they go sit down. What thing they happen? Act. Hey, Mr. Haffner, I don't make this song, sir. But I don't get promoted. I say, more song you don't make. I say, one. I say, you make 29, you call me back. Yeah? That's where they be. So as I tell you, we need inspiration at the areas in D. We need people of devotion and the areas in D for help, for letting people they understand. If they don't understand, we the peace na san. We just dey talk. They don't know. We get for Gayai. They waste in D. So
Mm-hmm.
that's so be happen. You see, but we are not tired because we collaborate. Then guy like for listen to us. This reggae conference we don't do, this reggae, how do you call it?
One
One
Nation.
Nation Reggae. I take part, full part in the beginning. I was in the seminars where I was in the panel. I expect something. One thing that government should do to help you theater, I say square pegs in square holes. Until we get the correct people in the correct places, that's what they go round and round do. They go round and round and round, we tumble like a waterfall, and we fall and we boil, and we continue back to circle again.
So
So
I think one question where I want to ask you now, because you've been on the other side as well, you now being commissioner of the Monuments and Relics Commission. I just want to ask, waiting by your expression, waiting be you experience in that work, and when you are there things you wish you had the capacity to do? Waiting be your experience overall.
not to wish. Some of them they are not making mistake,
Hmm.
challenge, and all like that what then they not to wish. I had it and I still have it.
Hmm.
The people who appoint me, the president who appoint me, know I get the capacity. I make left all 8 million. You take me. And that's one funny thing about the monuments really stuff. The former president, before President Bio, appointed me in a Monuments and Release Commission. Yeah? He appoints me. It was a tough commission that time. I tell that will bring the name of monuments and relics to the ears and the eyes of these people. And be, monuments, what they do this so? Yeah? I tell them that. I start to Smith, very brilliant woman. I will cheer. Then an expert span, relics and monuments and heritage, la put and so. I start to Smith. Then we had Professor J.D. Ali in that commission. Then you have Professor Magbeli File in that commission. I had Kitty Fadluddin in that commission. And this mayor of Koidu City, where not be mayor, is in that commission. I'm the director of culture in that commission. And head of how they call it, museum curator in that commission. It was a tough commission, and we did well. And we brought this up for the level of Sierra Leoneans then for no. But I call commission. We are all commissioners, and I too was the chair of the commission. Without 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 commissioners, the chair cannot work. Now, in the previous time, the names were the so we all appointed together. Same time, because you go parliament interview and scrutiny, and the parliament will endorse you and go to the main big parliament and these questions and whatever, and we approve and we start work together immediately. That was the first. And then when the new government came, you understand, of course, like all everywhere in the world, they dissolved and commissioned them for the appoint people then. Government analyst said dissolve. In fact, we did meetings, board meeting, where the news come, say, dissolve all commissions and the country, this and that. I said, well, fine, let me go back to my Freetong Players. And because I forgo. Then 2 weeks after that, State House called me by, how did they put it now? President, it has pleased the president. Yes, that's it has pleased the president. Sierra Leone to appoint you chairman, Monument and Release Commission. Can you imagine that feeling, chair? Why? In the first place, I thought you forget about me. We don't do this. A new government, non can new party, for example. Now, non can now. So how possibly part of that party day, we go see na APC, you understand? They don't drop their all. Don't now SFP come. Two things. Then come back to be commission. The APC commission, now they can take a person day. That was not all. Then take me. Why me? Why me? Many, many reasons why me. When I meet and take, I ask, why me? My qualified senior for me. He teach me, lecture me in university. Dedi Ali, Katif. I know where and experience rich than people than they. I start to meet when I'm in chairman, not for talk. Why not me? I mean, confusing to me. I feel bad. I say, what? Why should that happen? Okay. So that was the first thing. Why not me then choose? But also, I say, wait to the man will choose you, the president, President Bill. He know you very well. We have known ourselves, my sister. You know, they know Charlie Haffner. So that was why I think President Bill appointed me. And I was proud of that. And I said to myself, at the first I talk I said to myself, if two parties recognize one artist, the first red party come, he say Charlie Haffner. He come out. The next one come, he say Charlie Haffner, then me a champion. Me na he was. He fine. I'm glad for that. I don't set record. I did all to the party then. So I'm glad for accept, and I accepted. But what happened? I never got a board. I never got a board. I work there, I no wait, I no ask, I did go there. Never got a board, I never got an office, I never got terms of reference, I never got commission of conditions of service. If you not get bored, what did they do? So I just like floating at the air, just all the time. I go to work, office not day, snap boardroom, I go dinner so try for do I even try for do things. That was the proclamation. Bible grave. Bible grave was made national monument. So we had to like proclaim, like to hand it over to the community for control the grave of Bible. Bible grave was story was my favorite. That grave, I think we must keep up. Well, many, many traditional historical reasons, So we managed that one day. Then the clock, the bomb
Propel.
island clock over
Mm.
almost years ago, they've been done like decay. So during my time, we big configure today, you will see very well made and so on. Get back around and so on. Then I for do the things then the school heritage clubs will start now. Berg School now, Freetown, provinces will also be done start. And a couple of things I managed to do without a board. Just because I like the thing. I did go around and do them, but it reach a point where I say, no, 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 no. That boom, the way they not call you, no go day. That's happened. So I come out. English Cali, I resign. That's happened. Come back. I come. I only have make Freetong Players being silent, small. Then
Mm.
period, then turbulence, then the air. Hand over to me, boy picking. It's right. Those are we get Sangis Festival, eh? And
Yes.
Freetong Players get Sangis Festival. The people, Bob, Master Tutti, they bring Sangis Festival up to the level one on left hand here. It bring really up. Truly international. You understand? 3 years ago. Still the honor for the Sangis Festival again. So I didn't like a meet we. I wish we get like you say, meeting place. Then come to get a meeting ground. First attack, one whole village na Nigeria government give. Then put money, two face island, two pa. Look at money.
So
We
then
not get the facilities that day.
the reason why I be ask you about Monuments and Relics Commission now for understand the kind of power or authority or resources that were available to you to first of all do work, and secondly to bring together for bring together all man where they contribute to the national cultural heritage. And whether that didn't have been part of your plan or
I'll
aspiration.
tell you something. All the countries in Africa, let's not go far away, let's just take West Africa first. We develop the cultural heritage sector. Senegal, Gambia, Ghana, no for talk, Nigeria, Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire, as they call it now. The leaders, they're interested in arts and culture. They were artists. Lepo Senghor was a great poet of negritude fame. You understand me? I live in the Gambia. I work there. So I tell you, I write them books. I taught the country. I know everywhere in the Gambia. Yeah, Jame was in school when I was teaching in the Gambia. I used to go teach them drama, Gambia High School. I was a brilliant actor, really late. And first it's being lines, So we go all in everything then but the sister now, what we can what's missing, and the leader in the sense that if we not get the correct leader, we lack, we know it's in the arts and want to go before. That's what we go do. If person come na country, say na education you want prioritize, na education you prioritize. You know, and the head of the country can get this say.
But even you mentioned something about education because you say people they're undereducated when it comes to theater
Theater
and
arts.
performing arts.
Yes, good.
So maybe another angle of the question could be if you want for redesign how we they learn na school, waiting we they learn um in arts na school, waiting you go add, what would you bring to the table so that in the next 20, 30 years when we have a leader, they would have a better understanding of the importance of theater and performing arts.
Oh, I wish I been get the power for redesign. We are talking about the syllabus here, curriculum, eh? I wish I been get the power for redesign. I don't tell you, say, if you put something you're not interested in that thing, you know they work.
Hmm.
You see, performing arts, you know the school syllabus since 1994 under the MPRC time. When Basi Bangwa was Minister or Secretary of State Education and Christina Top was Deputy. That was when they bring this 63 for curriculum come into play. And performing arts, the secondary 1 to 3. And for taking Pambeke up to present time, I'm telling you what happened. We try to, we talk to, we need teachers, we need teaching and learning materials, we need resources. I wish I may get the power of all the things them day. Titi now, can you imagine? 1994 to present day. Check almost school they offer performing arts.
But artists can also be a pressure group.
Yeah.
Artists can be a pressure group because if this na something way important to important for let the sector thrive, artists can come together as a pressure group and push for things to be done. So why that's not the happy?
No, I agree to you. Not it. I don't tell you to come together now. Some place you they go together.
Mhm.
Well, with that place, with the education. Artists then are this country, not to policy then are the aid. And moreover, when they talk artists and this country are musician, when they talk. Me not big artists, me not celebrities, music. Because the generation of today, nine is happy. You go talk about theater because you born you small, you meet your host. You understand me? You follow. So if una sabi for una small, una sabi we. I make you they say, what about the present generation today? I get people who they ask me play Saturday. They know that the first time they go on stage. They not done college. Then still facing a film where they can act. Because now in the meet. When them born. So I did all the thing they begin. And if all this thing going at the syllabus, teachers in all day. First time Freetong Players, when they write to their school, so we help on train teachers for teach performing arts. Then agree. So every year I go train like 10, 15 teachers. Then the school send out the school send. Then go teach for first year performing arts syllabus. Then long holiday, then come for refresher, so then call in service refresher course. We train them for go teach second year. Third year, then come and they enter for Becker and then they pass. Names then they now big artists they will teach in a school. But they go to the school. Good. What happen? They walk in, followed by Ebola, followed by waiting the was it COVID or so? So there we are. We are trying to gather ourselves again. We are trying to but only a hand is we up. We now will not get it. But some of us the skill try. And the try they begin from we self. Now we lack of understanding. The
Mm,
theater person, you know, now the main thing that they not get is they don't understand what na theater. And pressure now also na theater will go eat in the morning back talk. You can meet human now, so they go rehearse, what you bring. You don't understand all that thing the way they go through. So it's very frustrating. So what shall they do? I continue for set examples. I continue for motivate. I continue for instilling people's around people. That if only I can instill a sense of beauty in the performing arts. The truth we mention all this time today, performing arts.
mm,
The thirst for knowledge will not get in performing arts. If I keep forget that one day, then I think to say I would do best in addition to it, I try for do so till now.
mm,
So it's we up, we now will not get it. But some of us the skill try. And the try they begin from we self. Now we lack of understanding. The
mm,
theater person, you know, now the main thing that they don't get is they don't understand what na theater. And pressure then also na theater will go eat in the morning back talk. You can meet human now, so they go rehearse, what you bring. You don't understand all that thing the way they go through. So it's very frustrating. So what shall they do? I continue for set examples. I continue for motivate. I continue for instilling people's around people. That if only I can instill a sense of beauty in the performing arts. The truth we mention all this time today, performing arts.
mm.
The thirst for knowledge will not get in a performing arts. If I keep forget that one day, then I think to say I would do best in addition to it, I try for do so till now.
Mm. Yeah, you, as you say, you keep going and um, you don't, first of all, write book and you have a play coming up, Amistad, and then they make a member other name, Singwe Pierre. So I think say people then when they listen, then go familiar with this story small bit about the slave trade, nothing where we learn at school a little bit about Sierra Leone history, which is, one of the roles of theatre, not so for tell we waiting me not happened before, and more importantly, what we can learn from these stories.
One of me greatest function, theatre, for educate Sierra Leoneans about Sierra Leone, the history and the basis. And I want that way wrong with me. We
Mm,
don't understand the history. We don't know how we come out. We don't understand. Sometimes I can go to history lectures, come here, I can lecture now, get to everywhere, college, university, everywhere. Sometimes it can painful for some utterances with the present generation will make. I keep telling you that the reason why you are at par with me because you born. You understand me? So if you not mix up, you read they talk on a table now they is grandma, mama, uncle, auntie, brother them. We talk am. You grew up with that. And you went to the school as well where that being functional theater. But so that the difference that you more Mila not talk or theater. Live actor like me. All I know so what they talk is Abia. So why not you? You see? But most of the other people, my dear, they don't know. I can say that man working at that 5 million notes now they act, but what's man that one day? Can you imagine? Oh, no, some repair this. They buy with every day. You go ask for most for this padlock, say give me one shame repair day. You know, thing I did 5 million notes. So they know the story of him. I mean, start with know about him. Let me tell you, I bring up Amistad story in this country in 1987. I go study. I get one man will learn me for avoid politics. It's making a catch you, not go begin oppose politician then. We real mentor. So not oppose politician then. You know, you say talk to the Sierra Leonean people, teach them. Teach them what they don't know through theater. You say get to your songs. You say teach them. Well, we get this course we call anthropology of arts and national consciousness. And this man begin teaching the heroes of Sierra Leone, the real heroes of Sierra Leone. So Pierre was number one. I cannot forget that day this man pulled this story to me in a class, 1986 or so. We pulled this story to me in a class. And never in this world. First of all, we asked for him to understand. See, person like that, be Sierra Leone, and he did. I don't believe that. And then I begin for see militancy by history. I think it you talk with militancy by history back. I begin see him. Say, hey, begin see endurance by history. I begin see who's this guy? This young Sierra Leonean guy at the age of 26, who then catch go as slave, then transport them across to Cuba, but eventually became free and returned home with American missionaries 2 years later. I don't know anybody it will cross Atlantic go slave will come back. Pierre and the Amistad, because they became known as the Amistad people, because the ship where they revolt on, when they take them from Havana for carry, they go up the other Tonga, the Cuba, Port-au-Prince, and then they revolt. No, I don't see. They bring them coming back. Because this mission where they can start with Mende mission, from Mende mission to UBC, then transform to EUB. Today they are UMC. When a UMC church go ask if there's a tell you so. You know, sometimes we're not sabi that, you know. So 1988, now launched this play in a British Council for the first time. 92, we go America with them. We go the Amistad celebration so we can call them. Last week in September. Then again, MPRC was in government. Then again, then come with President Strasser, then chairman. But Mother Bill was minister of, well, the call it the Secretary of Information Broadcasting. And they all come. After then come with me. You know, then also this thing don't they play. But my dear, generation don't change. You and above go know. Look at 1988. You go know. But who possible my sister? Why get the ticket? He begin laugh me. Eh, we Celestino go there. You know all of them. Because we generation and they close to me. But what about the present generation? I wish some of we can do more. Think we can do better. So make them come. Because I'm Mr. More Freetong Players, we get album for 12 heroes. 12. Shengbe Piena just number one. We get by Bure. We get story about Madame Yoko, about Almamira Sin. We get story about Thomas Peters, Wallace Johnson, about Fodi Tarawali, the man open the first university in Ayaso. Kisimi Kamara, we have the vibe Mendy Silibri. We get Chaka Steven. We get Tiger Boss Not Winner Strasser. We get every people in the There's songs about Milty Magai. We could be about Tijan Kabaden Day, we about Bolly Johnson. Then now we get all.
How you they see the use of technology in maybe moving theater and performing arts forward? Years ago, when I be able for use radio for take story them for take story like Atunda Ayenda to the people, because radio was widely accessible. Plenty people, I mean, they reach plenty people at a specific time, you know. And now there's, as you talk about the internet, there are different forms and modes of communication. Do you see that as an opportunity?
Internet. I know
Mhm.
TikTok not theater. It's nothing but theater. I get about understanding definitions and all
Mhm.
this and this name means and so on.
Mhm.
You want to TikTok? Oh? All they do they see make all that theater. They say creative. Me na creative maker. That's what
Content
I'm a
creator.
content creator. As one about na me group, we say IT I create content. That's what in a content. Well, now we they make they don't even understand what they do. Now we they make this, now you don't make design. I say design what? Content, now waiting something contain. You open textbook, you open number one, you see table of content, chapter one, miracle, chapter two, so now in a content. It don't dey from internet, they don't make content. The content creator. So all of Falamakata learning. Yeah. And the Falamakata, even the writing, the English and the WhatsApp, then can go to school. They say hi, hey, then fail, they say like me. You see? So it's dangerous. Dangerous now. So if we don't understand what's in a theater, we're not going to understand the technology they ask me to. Now in TikTok apply to drama. If TikTok not been there, then comedian and then funny thing making the act on a hall and the act on a school. But now everything easy. Freetong Players, you are back when I don't go internet. Social media say yes, we don't go Facebook. I said one to yesterday. We don't go website back on moving again. Now we are going to Instagram, we're not been there, and so on. YouTube later. You wait for good day. We trend. Oh, come out from under the coconut tree, we go now newspaper and radio, we move. And now we're moving to cinema. And cinema to further technology now with the internet. We are going there. Otherwise, we aim for rich people, we will accomplish it. Yeah.
And in this journey where you keep going, you keep moving forward, you keep adapting, what keeps you going? Earlier on, you mentioned, say, as Sierra Leoneans, we're not can really appreciate. We don't really appreciate our cultural icons. We don't appreciate the arts. We know they appreciate what we get. Um, and when you look at different parts of Africa, even in West Africa, where you look Senegal, you look Mali, you look Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, and how much they value their heritage, their culture, and the arts. Um, you would wish Sierra Leone could copy some of the traits then they wouldn't get. So for you, you've been doing this for such a long time. You've seen different faces in Sierra Leone. What's that thing that keeps you going? Why do you keep trying? Why do you keep hoping? Why do you keep doing?
I do what I like. I like what I do. Cannot go count the rain this morning without umbrella, without a driver refusing to come to work to drive me. Let me for calm. And for Billy the order. Antonia Mama sick and belly the heart lie. I calm. Because it better let the rain beat me, I come as soak. You must give me towel for wipe me body. You welcome with a cup of tea. So what else I need for keep going? Simple things. Simple things. Nine. Because we don't look for the money, we don't look for them. Or maybe not to him no more. We need that more. Yes, we need money bad. We need money. Go get plants. If I had money, I'm for not erect the University of Performing Arts in this country for upper diplomas and degrees in performing arts, degrees in acting like Spencer, then go to Nigeria and other places. Then they Nigeria get thousands of university where they pour out graduates on all levels. I make them arts big. The musician, they sing, not joke with them. Well knowledge, well educated, and so on. We don't get. We don't get. People go to study like African studies. They offer performing arts. How do I mean?
Drama.
Drama. Where them? Where them? Show me them. I don't see tickets from the bank, this, and that. Say I go study law, a stepping stone for me, and already requirements for go do law. So they say I go do African studies first, then I'll go second year. That's a lip service, my dear. It's painful to some of us. So that's not the main thing. So me, as I say, I just like what I do. Simple thing. Offer me simple thing. I like this boss now, waka fine. A big boss. Government. I like a bad, I don't know why. And I like waka fine because in a waka, Charlie Afino waka waka. In a fine when I Afino. So actually, waka fine, Afino, waka Afino. So I wish them we call them boss and the waka Afino. Waka fine. If you want to translate that to you to me language. And what I'm going inside, I me ticket, it's all right. Then I go, you okay, sir? Put me sit down. Nothing not pleasing to me past that. Nothing. I want to cross the road. Yes, sir. You want to cross? I say yes. Yes, sir. Across the road and stop all the traffic. Nothing pleasing past that. And then small things then they and then matter to we, matter to life. I don't prove myself. I don't prove say me company and go to a different profession. Them thrive. They be ministers, be president, they be chiefs, they get this and that. Myself, I go to theater, I thrive. If president go to the plane, I did it. President gets host, I get. And I mean a living example of them present day today for saying, no, look at Spencer, look at Haffner, look at George, look at Jane, Monica, with the principal of Palanta now. We own a theater. First theater, God bless his soul. We did it. We did it in theater. Big people use them in theater. With a Sheriff and Sisi, Farouk. Many of us, we don't try. Quietly, we do our, but we achieve what the doctor is achieve. The bills are bills. Get motoka, get motoka. You get driver, get driver. Eat cheese, I eat cheese. What's the problem? You know? So that's what you do. I say, listen to me, that you don't break the spell, don't break bound. And there's lots more to do. I tell you something, I'm 73 years old. And I can think to myself, say, what I get for do plenty past what I don't do. Can you imagine? What's pleasing past that? What is more pleasing than that? They cherish more than that, my dear lady. So
Yeah.
me, I did do within a leg, to the utmost, within I do. That's
Mm.
why I am here.
Yeah. And as you say, very pleasing, and that's such a beautiful thing. It is me, I can say, a blessing for you able for do something where you like not opportunity or chance where boku people not get for do waiting you like, and later thing where you like able sustain you, for later thing where you like give you a source of livelihood. What thing you think say you don't mention so many greats, you Dele Charlie, Julius Spencer, Raymond de Souza George. You've mentioned so many great people and great artists, and we get a younger generation of artists who are trying to create their own path. Some of them are, following the paths or following the road where una don't create. What do you think say the young artists then now for understand? Um, Not just about the thing where then they do, whether I'm a musician, whether I'm an actor, not just about what they're doing, but the bigger picture, the importance of art, the importance of creating, the importance of um storytelling, music, waiting younger artists then for understand, or what do you hope that they would take forward or take from you?
Younger cannot understand or do anything if get support from the older. All we fall. That is one of the greatest push because my parents support me and my close ones around support me. And some of we do drama in a school, whether in a school competition, whether in a speech day, we go to college, we do that. So we go through, So the first thing for what's young one cannot do anything. What's not able to do? You can't forget the one they for show them the way. Now this for do, like what would they do? Teaching them, bringing them on the fold. Say now this, you can't forget them. So at the first thing that what in the parents them for do? Parents they understand. Parents they want to let them picking be artist or let will be doctor and lawyer. And the main thing that all them picking as 10 picking, two want be lawyer, three want be doctor. Done. And you are the aid. So how do we change the mind? And from the home. The parents they understand. Picking them, they all are artists. Picking Freetong Players, a family, wives, this, that, sisters, brothers. And so it be. So we all anytime meet we know what we talk about. But other people they don't know because they inherit time and their family say arts are for drop out, for they will know the was, and for this and that. So what you expect picking them for do? You say pikin wan be do ya to go be artist for waiting in Lafana school. Somebody in Peking, comedian in Peking, they say don't much class. Say we call laugh. If papa na comedian, mo come on ya. Now they are picking they go do thing papa they do. So I don't think then so the parents then first for begin encourage. You see the female actor who as I be that for the tabule theater. Any woman who are act play, who are do fashion, designing, and within again beauty this, beauty pageant, whatever women more, even men, but more prominent with women, They get
Mm-hmm.
four position at the house. Four. Very strong. We don't agree. You die, you say again. And brother. Hey mama, I just me for good today. I said you see they go pull and close. It's because we family. Papa, possible I wanted you to be a nurse. Who are you? Then you leave my house. Papa. They said they go to container net in the morning. I ask my wife one like 10 o'clock night. Papa. Get the mama. What's in papa see mama they say?
Mm.
To the sister. The young sister must support you for what you they do, or your elder sister, you are doomed. If your young sister now wants to marry, bring can show na us. Sorry for that married today. So when they perpetually surrounding us, including the female artists, we talk about female artists in this country, you think we're not being get? We get. Even
Mhm.
presently, look at big artists, the way them. With them. The Jays, the Zainab Sharif, the Fantasy of Freetong Players, they all with them. Willie Jays them. With them all. Awawa. With them. With them. They self try for themselves. By willful. Against all odds. Then push. Nicknames. Bad mouth. They're there. And that's what we need. The
Mm.
picking yourself. Make them determine what you want to do. If you want to damn. Experiments for yourself. Go. Read. Find out. Explore. The internet is there. Anything you want to know is in the internet. If you can see Charlie Haffner, Boale Ibilos from in a quarry, I say, who's kind of two story. I say, who's paint you want? You tell me all. I say, okay, I'll build them for you. Me not builder. Now, me not to build. What shall you do? Internet, Google. I for Bilos, the foundation, you tell me everything. Then I can
Yeah.
now. You see, so it's there. God is the way. Everything is open. We then take advantage of what's available for them now, the tools, yeah. So make them build up in inside like Afna or Spencer or George or Bobstin Kamara, you name it. Yeah, I think so.
So as we round up the conversation now, waiting are you hope for Salon, not just the creative space, the creative sector, but for Salon in general, for the people of Sierra Leone.
We hope for the creative self now, good leadership. Yeah. If me, for example, be able to be an overall leader with all the resources and power, like performing arts before don't go far at this country. If whatever sector, the leader, the intellectual say, you say, I like what I do what I like. If for all sectors, then let what they do and do say they like all go thrive. The government as well, is this the country, eh?
Mhm.
The leader. You wake some morning, you do it till like you go to bed, you do it like what you do. But that's what we need. We need for begin very leader dey now. Not to now they can pull this or make cool. No, no. For don't prepare. For don't they prepare at age 16? John go in one school now calling we don't know. And the potential leader that the car can stay, the old stars, they don't get academy. They don't win that thing. Then they go World Cup one day. Of course, it don't make, it not correct. So that's so. We can forget the leader. We get them. We get football leader, you see. You understand? If they get artistic leader, like I call it other country, they for one day, they guide them in coma. They set the plan for the country, the cultural movement of the country. Well, and that we need. As I say, I know it's made them pull anybody or put anybody, but we as a nation, there's small pressure group. We begin say, "That, the next 10 years, we don't want to be leaders. So, okay, not physical, really short, and belly big like me, or no, no, no. Begin listen. As we go there and talk, listen. Somebody go strike me. I want debate. They come once I say, come here or put your home. Ha, you go to let the watch him, support him. Don't bring them to the forward. That was his name plan. You know, also say in that way, they'll begin to think about it, begin show. What in next 15 years, Salo for be an industrial nation. What do it take for be an industrial nation? Force, power. Industry no go carry am, we no get that powerful like the industry. Truly speaking, we think we have. We think if Ed lied to you, something to say bring motor car assembly plants. No, you cannot. Person can bring generator. It will cost them money. So things will continue for be expensive. Don't forget the things is correct. Like I say, Brazil, they train footballers. They export footballers. They get a lot of national revenue out of football. You know, Cuba, they train doctors. They export doctors. They get revenue, national revenue, GDP, national can call them
Mhm.
from training doctors all around. Just do the same. What can Saloon offer? What can we sell? I mean, can we sell? You don't see go, you don't care and go Ghana medical tourism. This is the country that can go no. The plane where they can go, they pay special fee. Yeah, the hospital fee. And tourism means you travel from your own place to another person's place and you leave money. And you learn from there, you pick, you come back home. The benefits money and so on. You get culture and so on. And that's in need. So now we for know I want country for be in the next couple of years.
I want to add a small bit to the question about you hope for Sierra Leone, but also waiting the role of the arts in that. You say we suppose for the prepare now, think about what do we want in a leader, because a good leader and I go up for move the country forward. So what's the role of arts in that? Waiting at the role of artists in helping the people make up their minds or reshape their thinking.
Yeah, that's exactly what the role is, to reshape people's mind, to inform them, to teach them about what's right, what's correct, about the country, the geography of the country in the first place, the history of the country. No one knows how we come out, no one knows how they go. When all that's missing, the small, even the recent history of Sierra Leone generation also, yeah. People ask me, I go teach some samples. When Mr. Haffner, I was trust a man teach a Stephen overthrow him. You go hand over to Momo. If now you go sit in that class. I swear a bit. I say, okay, who can next you go answer this question? And then we talk. It just show how blank. Well, I want to make progress with that and then I want to talk about future than it. When I did the artist, now we did now. For educate in an entertaining way. Because when you sing, nobody forgets. All man sabi Emma sing there. All man sabi K man. All them picking sabi. So can you imagine? Put emphasis on performing arts as a methodology for teach. Eh? All them picking sabi about Manchester United. Then go tell you say Messi they right now. See how them born. I'm mad big house food the it now host. Say I go holiday Emotuka a name. Why not use football for pass information to them? And then they will try for now. Let's change methodology. Let us change other ways. Let we see other people in the do, and let we try for adopt. So, as I say, for the future, we need for begin I mark right now for the country. We need for know, and now we will big now we guide the young one then. If you ask me what you get for left for the future, I go ask what Papa left for me. What he left for me, now me go mold, I enrich, I left a person to me begin. So this all my trail. You ask me now, me at in the middle. You ask me, So, but for now, I dey continue the work for use the arts, for teach, for influence, for mobilize. You name it, for speak the truth. I could try my best without harming anybody. The professor will say, Charlie, no sing about government, no sing against government, and go hold you. So you see that all you done. I say, Ebo left me. He say, so to left me. Say, show me one artist in Africa. We don't act play where he succeed for pulling government. All man turn go vote. He say, no day. He say, let's begin at Yongo, East Africa. Only showing I say, where? Say, Nigeria did the right book. He say, no go for let's come to Tawe Patmadi. Where John Kagbo. He say, they waste your time. He say, educate the people. If they know what's incorrect, what's right, then go fight for what they want. That's what it's right for do. Without any harm. We don't mean no harm. When we roll, all man get roll. Doctor get, lawyer get, politician get, artist also get we roll. For educate people, for show them who's how we come out, who's how they now, and likely together, who's how we will for push go forward. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Charlie Haffner. Thank you for taking the time. Thank you for coming. And thank you for sharing your knowledge, your experience, your hopes, and your dreams with me on Honestly Speaking.
I need that.
All right, so that's the end of today's episode of Honestly Speaking. I have been your host. My name is Antonia Howard. Don't forget you can like, share, and comment on this episode. Let me know what you think about what we've discussed. We've been recording at Black Lion Production Studios. Until next time, bye. That's it for today's episode of Honestly Speaking. Thank you for listening and being a part of these important conversations. If you've enjoyed today's discussion, please like and share. And if you're feeling inspired, do leave a review. I'd love to hear what you think. And of course, carry on the conversation online. Share your thoughts, experiences, and ideas using hashtag HonestlySpeakingSL. Until next time, stay curious, stay engaged, and stay honest.